Have you been scared to make the investment at a medical spa with treatments like things that include needles and filler and Botox and things like that? You wanna know what I have to say about that? Fuck yes, you should. Stay tuned because I'm about to break down how you are going to banish wrinkles at a medical spa. So we are here talking about how to banish wrinkles, wounds, if you will, medical spa edition. So the last show we did, and there'll be a link to that one in the show notes, is how to banish wrinkles spa edition. And that was more of a softer, holistic version. But for the babes out there that are like, fuck it, I just want to get rid of these things now, we've got some really good content. So make sure you stay tuned and keep watching. So let's dive right into my top three, I guess that's six, top three treatments at a medical spa that will help get rid of wrinkles. So number one is microneedling. So love microneedling. We at Purity Skin Studio here in South Denver, we use two different types of microneedling. We have our traditional skin pin microneedling, and then we also have our SYLFIRM, which is microneedling with radio frequency, which has a lot more punch to it and a little bit more of that lifting, tightening feel. What does microneedling do, and how does it actually banish and get rid of those shitty wrinkles, or those shitty wounds, we should say? I don't know why I do these. I just do. I think these quotations get a bad rap. If you've been watching, you know what to do when I say bad rap. Anyway, so what does microneedling do? So it's going to puncture all the way down. It's these needles that are puncturing all the way down past your dermis, down into your epidermis to stimulate new collagen, new building blocks, and make that skin stronger and thicker. What happens when you have new collagen building blocks and all this new, strong, healthy skin coming up? Oh, you see what that's doing? It's firming. It's lifting those wrinkles right out. So we've talked before about wrinkles. What is a wrinkle? A wrinkle is a wound. I know, you can hate me for saying it. It's the freaking truth. So a wound is like this divot, right? So you have this divot going down, and then now you're plumping it up with all these new collagen building blocks and the strong, healthy skin. Collagen is doing, right? Punching up that skin. If you're not laughing at home, what the fuck is wrong with you? You should be laughing at this. It's true, but it's pretty funny. So this is how microneedling helps to get rid of wrinkles. You always have to do it in a series, and then you should always be doing maintenance for these at least once every 4 to 6 months to keep that strong collagen punching up those wrinkles, punching up those wounds. Okay, so number two is going to be filler. Filler gets a bad rap. Ding, 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 you know what to do. But when filler is done the right way, it is freaking beautiful, and you cannot tell. There are so many people that have filler, and it is done the right way, and it just softens and lifts and gives the volume, and it pushes out and fills out those wrinkles as well. Because filler is typically like a hyaluronic acid base, so it's like filling up space. So people like to ask us a lot, what is the difference between Botox and filler? For those of you who are newer to the med spa world and don't really know what the difference is, Botox is a neuromodulator, so it's a toxin that goes into the muscle to relax it so it doesn't make a movement. Filler is going to fill in space. So think of like when you have your lips and you fill them, they fill in space. When you have like the nasolabial folds, you put the filler in there and it fills in space, right? So it's going to fill in that divot, that wound, that wrinkle. And then number three is threads. Threads are super cool. They sound really scary. They are not, I promise you. These threads have been around for like 80 some years. It's the same type of material that has been used on like open heart surgery. They're basically like sutures that go in and then they lift. And so there's lifting threads, then there's also what's called mono threads. And these are like super thin. They look like floss. It's so freaking tiny, and they dissolve over a couple of months, and they build the collagen around. So if you think about like doing it through here or like in the smaller lines, you're putting these little tiny threads, and as they dissolve, they just build that collagen all around to again fill in that space. Every time you think of collagen, I want you to think of me doing this. Collagen is punching those wrinkles out, right? Again, you better be freaking laughing at home. But anyways, these are the top three ways you're going to really get rid of wrinkles. You've got microneedling. We are going to do several videos about microneedling so you can really understand a spa edition of microneedling versus a medical spa of microneedling versus radio frequency with microneedling. So stay tuned for that, you guys, because we have so much more content to get into. I absolutely love microneedling. It's great for basically everything under the sun, and it's your body's own way of like wound healing, because wrinkles are wounds. And then filler, again, if it's done correctly, you guys, it can be so beautiful. Please don't be afraid of it. go speak to an injector. Make sure she has before and after photos she can talk to you about. Make sure the place is clean and it's like you feel really good and the vibe is good. Don't drop thousands of dollars on filler if you are not ready and you don't feel comfortable. I'm never gonna push that on you guys, and if you feel like your injector is pushing it on you, fucking run. Your injector should be there to give you all the to answer all of your questions and give you all the information and make you feel really good and confident about your decision, and also make you feel good and confident if you choose to not do it too, because that's a big investment into your face. Same thing with threads. They're super natural, believe it or not. Almost anybody can do them. But again, you want to make sure that you feel comfortable. But these 3 things will just basically banish your wrinkles right in front of your eyes. Microneedling takes a little bit longer. Filler and threads you see pretty instant. So yeah, leave some comments below. Let me know, what have you tried? What do you like? What do you not like? What kind of content do you want to see more of? Make sure to hit subscribe and see you next time.